Assalamualaikum. So we continue with resource and energy recovery. In your reference book, it is under chapter 12. The purpose of this chapter is to introduce techniques and method used to recover materials in order to improve the efficiency of solid waste management system, and also to recover resources to produce usable materials, and also to prepare materials for the recovery of conversion products and energy. So the most common techniques used for processing solid waste are mechanical size and shape alteration by using either jaw crusher, shredder. Okay, we want to reduce the size, okay, to reduce the volume. And also number 2, by using mechanical component separation. Okay, for example, vibrating air for processed waste. And number 3, magnetic and electromechanical separation. This one for separation of ferrous materials. And lastly, drying and dewatering, okay, by using convection and also radiation dryers. So all of these techniques used to reduce the volume of the solid waste. Okay, so look at the first one, which is a mechanical size alteration. So the objective is to reduce the size by obtaining a final product which is reasonably uniform and also much more smaller in size. Okay, this is by using jaw crusher. And then also the other one is shredder. So the drawback, the disadvantage of shredder tends to shatter glass and entrap organic material within tin cans, will contaminate papers with liquids and putrescible organic materials, and lastly, operation has high energy demand. Okay, if high energy, of course, high cost. So number 2, mechanical component separation. This is also a method to recover resources from solid waste. Okay, and the energy and conversion product from processed waste. Nak separatekan some of the components. Number 3, this is magnetic and electromechanical separation. Okay, this is a very well established technique in metal industry, which is used to remove ferrous material from a dump of solid waste. And next is drying and dewatering. Okay, this is pre-dried to decrease the weight. So when reduce the water, of course will reduce the volume of the solid waste. For materials recovery system, this is a combination of individual processes. So if you look at the pyramid, we have the first one is the favorite one, yang paling sepatutnya kita buat, which is reuse, and then recycling or composting, and then energy recovery, and lastly landfill. Okay, this is not favorite. And material specification, which is used to recover materials contained in municipal solid waste, which is for example paper, cardboard, plastic, and also glass. Next, we look at the recovery of biological conversion products. For biological processes, we can divide into 4 processes. The first one is aerobic combustion, alkaline hydrolysis, anaerobic digestion, and lastly, fermentation. This for aerobic conversion, or we call it as composting. This is where we want to convert all the solid waste to become compost. Okay, so composting is a process involved both separation and bacterial conversion of the organic solid waste So as a result, we will get the compost ataupun humus. Okay, it can be done by using aerobic or anaerobic. So for composting, it involves 3 basic steps. The first one is preparation of the solid waste, decomposition of the solid waste, and lastly, product preparation and marketing. For this process, we have to consider certain design consideration, which is the particle size, okay, the mixing, air requirements, moisture content, and lastly, temperature. So for the best temperature is about 55 to 60. Okay, 50 to 60. And also there are some calculation involved in this aerobic conversion for the calculation of oxygen requirement. Okay, so these are the equation involved in the calculation. So later we will look at example 12.1. Okay, next is alkaline hydrolysis. So this one will convert waste into brown syrup with some residue. It occurs at high pressure and also high temperature. And number 3, anaerobic digestion, which is a process used to produce gas, which is methane. Okay. So 3 basic steps involved. The first one is preparation of the organic fraction of the solid waste, including receiving, sorting, separation, and also size reduction of the solid waste. And number 2 is the addition of the moisture and nutrient, blending process, pH adjustment, heating, and also anaerobic digestion. And lastly, the capture, storage, and separation of gas components evolve. Okay, to capture the gas produced, which is methane. So this is the process for anaerobic. Okay, from the material to the first process is the first phase is acid forming bacteria, and the second phase involve gasification, which is methane forming bacteria, and then we'll get the product, which is methane. And then how it's used for anaerobic digester in order to produce methane. So methane is used to for engine, okay, generator, and also for the heat recovery. Generator will produce electricity, and same goes to heat recovery. Much more things that we can do. Okay. For design consideration of anaerobic digestion, the first one is size of materials shredded, the mixing equipment, percentage of solid waste mixed with sludge, and also the temperature, and lastly the gas production. For example 12.2, okay, so you need to solve this problem in order to estimate the volume of methane gas expected from anaerobic digestion. Okay, if we have waste of composition C 50H100O40N by using this equation.